For the first time in over 3 weeks, a limited number of civilians were able to leave Gaza. Israel says it killed around 50 Hamas fighters in a strike of crowded refugee camp, in Gaza. Though Hamas says the strike also killed dozens of civilians.
Meanwhile, lawmakers in the U.S. are locked in another political battle over whether to link Israel and Ukraine assistance. CBS News correspondent Ian Lee has more from Tel Aviv.
Today, dozens of wounded Gazans were taken into Egypt for medical treatment, while hundreds of foreign passport holders were also permitted to cross through the gates. Overnight, gunfire rang out and flares streaked across the sky over Gaza. Israeli defense officials claim a large number of Hamas militants, including a top commander, were killed in wide-scale strikes on the densely crowded Jabalia refugee camp. Hamas says dozens of civilians were killed, and the Israeli military has reportedly launched more raids into the West Bank. A spokesman for Hamas claims the group will begin to release foreign hostages in the coming days, though Israeli officials say there's no hostage deal in sight. On Capitol Hill, a political fight is brewing as Biden administration officials push Congress to pass a multi-billion-dollar funding bill that includes aid for both Israel and Ukraine, despite calls from House Republicans to prioritize Israel.
This is all one fight, and we have to respond in a way that recognizes that.
To separate the package is naive.
Yesterday, the Senate also confirmed former Treasury Secretary Jacob Lew to be the new U.S. ambassador to Israel. It comes as other countries, including Chile and Colombia, have recalled their own ambassadors. Ian Lee, CBS News, Tel Aviv.
And CBS News has learned that the U.S. is sending 300 more troops to the Middle East. They won't go into Israel, but will help with things like communications, disposal of explosives, and other support.